This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. NCN Sports is presented by Currency. Currency makes financing quick, easy, and secure for machinery, ag equipment, and more. Visit GoCurrency.com. Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. And by Teammates Mentoring. Join the team, be a mentor. Go to teammates.org today.
But sunshine here at the ballpark in Norfolk, Nebraska, and what should be a beautiful day for a very fun game here in the late stages. It is the Norfolk Panthers and the Pius the 10th Thunderbolts. My name is Kalen Nevin, along with Lou Siefker here with you today. We're getting close to the end of the season, Lou. Both of these teams are trying to pick up a rhythm as they head into the postseason.
Yeah, I think both teams feel like this is a winnable game as well. Both teams under 500. You got a team like Norfolk who is 6-13, but they've won 3 of their last 6. They're playing much better baseball as of late, but certainly both teams want to get into winning streak as you head into district play.
And then there's Pius, who's a team playing in Class B for the postseason, but they're playing a Class A schedule, and that's always so tough for a team like Pius. Although they are normally known as a baseball school, they haven't been to the state tournament since 2017, but they're trying to change that this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things that you do when you're a team like Lincoln Pius. You have all those Lincoln teams around you that are Class A, but you schedule yourself so that you prepare yourself for this time of the year so you can make a run. We'll see if they're able to do that. See if they're able to come on the road here and beat a Class A team in Norfolk today.
One of the things that we're always looking out for, too, is the conditions. We had a bit of a weird start to the matchup or before the game where the wind was blowing in. We had the clouds coming, a bit of a rain, but now it's just sunshine.
Yeah, well, there was a little bit of everything. There was clouds, there was rain, there was wind, there was pestilence, I believe, that blew through. It was springtime in Nebraska. Right now, it's pretty nice. The clouds have kind of dissipated here. The wind's still blowing a little bit out of, it's kind of swirling here. That's going to be an interesting thing. With the sunshine, the sun starts to get low and then the wind blowing, it might be difficult sometimes to field those fly balls. We'll see how that affects. But right now, the weather's pretty good.
We'll tell you exactly who to watch out for coming up next before this battle. It's the Panthers and the Thunderbolts on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing...
It's important to detect lung cancer early. Let's see if you qualify for a lung cancer screening at Faith Regional. Talking now with Maria O'Hare, an oncology navigator with Faith Regional Health Services. We're talking about lung cancer screenings today. Who should be thinking about getting one?
Well, for the most part, our lung cancer screening criteria is basically for smokers. Medicare, about 2015, started a new program specifically for smokers or people that are at high risk for lung cancer, and they had to meet certain guidelines.
What are the guidelines?
Well, the U.S. Preventative Task Force has come up with some new guidelines this year. Their ages are 50 to 80 years old, and instead of a 30-pack year history, anybody that now has a 20-pack year history can qualify for this exam. One of the things they do add, though, is a statement saying you should have these exams every year until the patient has an illness that they probably could not have a curative surgery or has a chronic illness to the point where they would not do treatment for it.
What are some of the things you can do to reduce your risk of eventually having lung cancer?
Well, of course, one of the biggest things is not smoking or quitting to smoke. Asbestos, being around different chemicals, can cause lots of different smoking, so not being around those chemicals, asbestos, chromium, arsenic, a lot of those types of things. Also radon, having your house checked for radon.
So with these screenings, you're going before symptoms even. So this isn't something that you should be on the lookout for symptoms for. If you qualify, you should do this.
Correct. And again, this is something, hopefully, if you're having your yearly conversations with your doctor, that they would bring up, or that, you seeing this now, okay, I understand, I probably do qualify, I need to talk to my doctor about this. Yes, it's definitely for someone that does not have symptoms.
Maria, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Pregame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com.
News Channel Nebraska, thanks for joining us here today, getting ready for this matchup as we're taking a look at our school spotlight here today. It's all brought to you by Currency, making financing quick, easy, and secure. For machinery, ag equipment, and more, you can visit GoCurrency.com for more information. Take a look at Lincoln Pius, of course, in Lincoln, Nebraska. Nearly 300,000 there in the capital city. About 800 students in the school, and they are, of course, three-time state champions in Class B. And for Norfolk, a team that has never made it to the state tournament. Nearly 1,000 here in Madison County at Norfolk High School, 25,000 students here people in the town of Norfolk, Nebraska. But a baseball team that has never been able to make the state tournament, trying to get on a run and see if they can maybe surprise some people here this season.
Well, I think, Norfolk's got a good youth program, and it's getting better. Someday that's going to pay dividends. Norfolk has historically struggled in this sport, but I think things are starting to look brighter, especially with the co-op situation. You got more players. Numbers are always a big thing when you're, one of the smaller Class A schools.
So let's take a look at our key players here today and then give you a look at Pius as we're getting things started. So for the Thunderbolts, it is going to be the pitcher, Caleb Ledgerwood. He's the guy to watch out for.
Yeah, he's going to be the starting pitcher today, but he's also batting second here, and we'll get to him here in just a second. But Ledgerwood, an outstanding player for the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, he'll be someone to watch out for. And for Norfolk, looking for the guy playing center field, Ethan Sinovec. He's a really good pitcher, not on the mound today. Not on the mound today, but he is playing center field, and he's a guy that is a great hitter and a great pitcher, too.
Sinovec, as you mentioned, with Norfolk, he's batting .316. Also has 13 RBIs on the season.
Well, 3 pitches in, and a good start for Carter Michelson. He's on the mound for the Panthers, a 1-2 count for the batter, Lucas Newton. He's playing center for Pius today. That pitch is down and away. Newton batting .268 on the season. He's got 11 hits, 5 RBIs in the one hole to get things started. That's a breaking ball that Michelson couldn't quite control, and a full count for Newton.
Well, I tell you what, if Pius can get guys on, and Newton leading off, certainly you want your leadoff batter to get on, but this team is really good on the base paths. 53 stolen bases on the season. That could be a difference in this ball game. Norfolk with 28 stolen bases on the other side.
Swing and a miss. Actually call that a foul ball, a foul tip there by Newton, so he stays alive. But you're exactly right, almost double from what the Panthers have had in terms of stolen bases this season.
And with Pius, it's not just one or two guys. They've got several guys that can run the bases. This team likes to be aggressive out there and put a lot of pressure on the pitcher-catcher combination.
Michelson waits. From the windup, delivers. Nice pitch, and that is picked up. The throw over to first to Flood. It has got him in time. Nice play. Moving over to the right, Mekshantsev able to make that play.
Yeah, not an easy play. Mekshantsev running to his left. We'll see it again here. He does a nice job. Good range there. Able to snag the ball, but then he has to turn and throw across his body. Able to get it there just in time.
And a great call by the umpire there on the first base line. It was a bang-bang play, but it looked like the correct call from our cameras. So Newton grounds out to short, or rather to second. That breaking ball finds its way into the zone. Nice pitch by Michelson. He's got a nice curve we've seen so far.
He's locating it well here. Now, granted, only the second batter, but he's doing a good job putting the ball where he wants it so far.
1-1 count to the batter Ledgerwood, and this is our key player today, Caleb Ledgerwood, also pitching for Pius.
He's batting .353, Kalen. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
As a pitcher, he's got a 2.28 ERA. He's got a couple wins on the year. He does a little bit of everything, obviously, for the Thunderbolts.
But he swings and misses here as Michelson picks up his first strikeout of the ball game, and it is Caleb Ledgerwood. That's a big strikeout to get.
Yeah, that's one of the Thunderbolts' better batters, obviously, as we just mentioned. Gets the strikeout. Chance now for a 1-2-3 inning.
Brings up Kai Vanis, the shortstop for Pius. He's batting .283 today in the 3-hole. He's got 16 RBIs, which does lead the team. Nobody for him to score right now besides himself.
Vanis has also scored 18 runs on 17 hits.
This one right back through the middle. It's a bit of a short tapper. Throw over to Flood at first. Makes the play on a great throw from Dish to Flood, and that ends the first inning. So no damage done. 3 up, 3 down for the Thunderbolts, and Norfolk gets out of the inning. No score as we head to the bottom of the first on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone, see the trainer. From bracing to home health and rehab products, they provide the right solutions to keep you moving. Whether it's a chronic condition or sudden injury, their expert team will help you find the perfect fit. With a wide range of in-stock orthopedic, sports medicine, or rehabilitation products, See the Trainer is dedicated to improving your quality of life. Visit the professionals at See the Trainer in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
So just 11 pitches there for Carter Michelson, able to get out of the inning without too much to be thrown. And here's a look at some of the seniors for the Norfolk Panthers. Had their senior day today, all being honored with their parents on the field. And very cool to see, recognizing some of the hardworking men on this program.
Yeah, and the parents deserve some recognition as well. I know as a parent of a couple of kids that played sports, that's a lot of time that you devote to the kids, but it's always rewarding on days like today.
Ledgerwood starts with a strike on the outside corner, a fastball toward Jordan Schnorr. He's playing right today for the Panthers. Swing and a miss here, and an early 0-2 count in favor of Ledgerwood.
And Schnorr batting lefty, good leadoff man, a guy that gets on base a lot.
That pitch down close. Good spot from Ledgerwood. It's 1-2.
Schnorr has scored 18 runs this year, so he's been on base. Also has 14 hits, batting .269.
Fouls this one off to the left. Ledgerwood outside, close. Similar to that first location of the very first pitch of this at-bat. And it's 2-2.
Watching Ledgerwood warm up, I think he's got some heat.
This is lined right at short, gets by him. Vanis not able to make the play, and Schnorr is on with a single, a hard hit ball.
Well, it looked like Vanis was going to get that one. I'm not sure if it just was just on the other side of his glove, or I don't think he touched that one.
We'll see. That will make a difference of what this would be ruled.
I think it's just out of his reach.
I'd call it a single.
Absolutely.
For Jordan Schnorr. He's on with a hit, and that's exactly what Coach Dish was talking about. He talked about how good Norfolk's pitching has been. Right now you want to put the ball in play, and Pius has a chance to get one back. Throw it to short to second, and this one is a fielder's choice. Schnorr is out at 2. but a little dinker from Sinovic gets him safe at first.
Yeah, almost a double play there. Pius had a chance there to turn two. Not quite, didn't quite get it, but does get the leadoff runner. So Sinovic reaches, but does so on a fielder's choice.
So that brings up Aiden Papstein. DH today for the Panthers. Batting .351. He's had a very good season and a key player for the Panthers as well. A guy who can hit big. And a few guys that are stepping up in the lineup for Norfolk today after a few injuries that Norfolk has seen that Brian Dish was telling us about before the matchup.
Epstein with 20 hits on the year. He's a guy, too. There's a few guys for Norfolk that like to steal bases. He's one of them. He's got 6. Schnorr leads the team with 8.
One down and a 2-0 count. I'm going to throw back to first. Our first inning today is brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic. They're building a legacy in Norfolk, one patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, they're here for you today and every day. That's high, and on the outside line, it's 3-0 for Papstein. You imagine he'll get the red light here.
Yeah, I'm going to make him throw a pitch here.
And does get that outside corner.
One thing's for sure is it's going to take a heck of an effort, I think, to hit a home run today. That wind blowing in from the north-northwest, gusting. It's been strange. It's kind of feels like it's letting off, and then it kind of gusts up again.
I got 335 in both corners and 375, or 373 rather, straight center. And a walk for Aiden Papstein. So that sends Sinovic to second. A 5-pitch walk. And now Norfolk in business. They've got one down in the bottom of the first inning. Breaking ball high for Alex Mekshansev. He made that nice play in the top of the first to get Lucas Newton out, the first hitter of the game. Line to right side, that is foul. Well hit, but not in play.
Again, that play Mekshansev made there it looks kind of routine, but that's a tough throw when you're running and throwing across your body to make an accurate throw, but he did on that play.
Fouled off the catcher's mask.
That's why he didn't play catcher.
That's why Noah Barnes is tougher than you.
Yeah, I cry a lot, so.
1-2 count for Mekshansev. Sinovic and Papstein on the base pass. That's low. Good spot. Couldn't stay up throughout the rest of the pitch. 2-2.
If you're Norfolk, you feel like you want to get Ledgerwood here while he's struggling to find location.
That came right back in, and it's fouled off. That breaking ball was pretty slow for Mekshansev. He tried to wait on it. Not able to get as much of the contact that he wanted.
Yeah, that's the key when you're trying to hit breaking balls or even change-ups. Sometimes it's just the discipline to stay back and not. If you get fooled sometimes thinking it's a fastball, then you get out ahead of the ball.
We stay at 2-2 in inning number 1. That's outside. Mekshansev works a full count. That pitch high, and Mekshansev moves over to first with a walk. Tough start for Caleb Ledgerwood.
Yeah, you got Sinovic at third if you're Norfolk, and there's only one out. So these are the opportunities to score runs by putting the ball in play.
And Hayden Kelly, he's 167. His batting average this season. 9 hits, 7 RBIs. Can he come up big Pops one up to right field. It's shallow. Tough play. And this is drifting foul.
That might have been a good one for Pius to let fall. Because if you do come up with that tag up from third and that running away from the plate, that would have made a very difficult throw.
Sinovic at third, Papstein at second, Mekshansev at first. 0-1 count for Kelly. Now he's down 0-2. This makes its way to the football field with some soccer players on it. Nobody got knocked in the head, so that's always good.
Yeah, that's always a scary thing over there when you're playing soccer and there's baseballs flying at you.
Breaking ball nearly worked its way back in. A good pitch by Ledgerwood, but couldn't find its way in the zone. That's outside. Fastball not able to get back in, and Hayden Kelly's got it back up 2-2. Big spot for the senior, who was recognized before the game. Breaking ball, fouled.
Kelly battling right now, staying alive. Again, this is where you want to put the ball in play. Try to avoid that double play, but put the ball in play, give your guy a chance from third to score.
Fouled off again. Kelly battling tough.
Good at back. You're making Ledgerwood work right now.
He's only struck out 4 times this season. And this is through the gap, down and for a base hit. That will score a run. And everyone moves up one. A single from Hayden Kelly with 1 down, and the Panthers strike first.
A single, but more importantly, an RBI, getting the Panthers the lead here early in the ball game. Good at bat from Kelly. Able to foul some pitches off and found the one he wanted and laced it just over the second baseman's head, basically, into right center field.
Papstein moves to third. Mekshansev's on second. Kelly's at first with Magnuson now in the box. 1-0 for Maddox Magnuson. He hits this one back up the middle toward Venice. Steps on the bag himself. Makes the throw over to first and got the double play. What an incredible play by Kai Venice, who makes the double play himself, unassisted, and able to only hold off 1 run from the Panthers, who leave the bases loaded. As we move to the top of the second inning, Norfolk leads Lincoln Pius, the 10th, 1-0.
Everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
Watch this play by Vanice again, playing shortstop. That's a heady play. He's only a junior, able to step on the bag and make a quick throw to first for the double play. Great play, gets Pius out of that inning.
Bases loaded for Norfolk. They get that 1 run, the RBI from Hayden Kelly, scoring Ethan Sinovic, rather. in a frustrating situation for the Panthers. Happy to get one, but you really wish you could have gotten more in that situation. But the play from Vanis was just so good.
Yeah, it's just a great play, and that's how you win a lot of games, is eliminate the damage and make a big-time play.
There's Jesus Yanez. He lines it up the center field. Tough play, and that drops down. Talked about some of the wind that could make it tough and really slow down for Ethan Sinovic.
Yeah, that's the problem on a day like today. And as I look at the flag now, the wind is blowing hard again. So I think that ball hung up a little bit there. And if you're a Pius fan, Yanez certainly, I think, got the benefit a little bit of that wind pushing that ball back in.
First pitch for Jesus Yanez, and a single. Brings up Jake Bugby. The 27-pitch inning for Caleb Ledgerwood. It's a pretty high number with only 11 for Michelson. This is a nice bunt down the first base line. Decision to be made, and that gets out of the glove awkwardly. It's going to be extra bases. Pius able to extend it with the error on the throw from Hayden Kelly.
I just never got a hold of that baseball very well. Tried to rush the throw and ends up throwing it into right field. So Pius gets a break. See it again, a really good bunt there. Laid that very well. Makes that a very difficult play. And you see Kelly, he just never had a good grip on that baseball.
So big situation, an E2. That brings up Noah Barnes. Swing and a miss here, and 0-2. Carter Michelson.
And much like a moment ago with Norfolk, for Pius, you got guys in scoring position, nobody out. Got to put the ball in play, get these guys in.
None down runners at second and third. After the error from Kelly. Was a really nice sack bunt, but it turns into even better news for the Bolts. And they'll call this a foul ball.
What do they say about Nebraska? Wait a while and the weather will change. It's bright sunshine one moment. Now it's cloudy. The wind's picking up again.
Didn't have to wait that long. Michelson delivers this one, and that again is fouled off. We stay at 0-2. Michelson, 3.23 ERA in his 6 appearances this season. That is the second lowest ERA on the team, right behind Ethan Sinovic. That pitch got the corner! Late strike 3, but a backwards K for Michelson, and it's his second strikeout.
It's a good job by Michelson. You had Barnes down in the count, able to finish him off with a really nice pitch. And if you're Norfolk, you'd like to get another one here, and then I don't know if you would. I think you're just going to pitch here. You're not going to try for a double play, but you'd certainly try to get the outs with 2 guys in scoring position.
Well, change up to start the at-bat from Michelson. Gets Huggins way out in front. 0-1. Breaking ball. Can't find the zone. 1-1 count for Hayden Huggins, batting .200 on this season. He's got 24 at-bats so far. 4 hits on the year. Not able to find it for Michelson either. 2-1. High fly ball. This will stay in the infield. Tough play. Who's got it? Making the call. Great job by Dish. Take charge, grab that ball, and bring up the second out of the inning.
When you see how tough the conditions can be, again, the wind kind of howling, that makes it very tricky because it'll push that ball around. Dish does a nice job fighting the sun, fighting the wind, but making that play.
So now after the single and the error, this pitch outside to Sam Ashweg in the 8 hole for Pius.
Talked to Sam before the game. He did a nice job helping me with pronunciations.
You make sure you got his name right.
Ashwiggy? I'm just kidding, Sam. I know.
2-0 count for Ashweg. He knows his team well. As you should. 219 this season, batting average, 7 hits on the year.
I'd love a big one right here to score a couple runs.
Breaking ball, can't find it. 3-0 count, or as the scoreboard says, 7-0 count. Missing the middle and bottom prong of the 3 on the scoreboard, and that's okay. We know there can't be 7 balls.
They could have used that when I pitched.
Ball 7 for Siefker. 3-0 count, Michelson. And loses it. Trying to go fastball. Misses high. So a 4-pitch walk. Ashweg reaches first. And now the bases are juiced for 9-hole hitter Lucas Milnaric.
Oh, great job or great opportunity here for Milnaric. And certainly, I think, an important moment for Norfolk here. Able to bounce back, get a couple outs with guys in scoring position. Now you'd like to finish the inning.
Swing and a miss to start the at-bat. Michelson starts off on top. Yanez at third. Bugby at second. Ashweg at first. For the Bolts. Nice pitch. Found its way right there. Changeup. Slowed it down for Milnaric.
You've got to protect the plate if you're Milnaric down in the hole 0-2.
Chokes up on the bat. And that's hit right back toward Michelson. Easy play to second. Nicely done by McShantsev to dish and ends the inning. Looked promising for Pius. Panthers shut it down with no runs scored on just 1 hit, 1 error, and 3 left on base. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's 1-0 Norfolk.
Did you know that Teammates Mentoring is the largest school-based mentoring program in the nation? But we still need your help. Over 500 students are waiting for a mentor like you. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them to reach their full potential. So what are you waiting for? Head over to teammates.org today to learn more about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
Brendan Flood starts off the at-bat for the Panthers here in the bottom of the second inning. Norfolk leads it 1-0. This pitch strike from Ledgerwood to Flood, playing first base today. That's right outside that line. And a 1-1 count now. Flood pitched last time against Columbus, and what a catch! diving catch. Flood might have thought he was there, and Molnaric makes an incredible play.
Watch this. Watch him gauge this ball. We talked about how difficult it is with the wind, with the sun. Does a nice job to track that ball off the bat and put himself in position to make a fine catch. Does a great job going down. Turns that glove. What a great play by Molnaric.
Full extension as Noah Henricks up to bat, sees a curveball in there for a strike. He's already down 0-1. Ledgerwood working quickly. This is hit up to Newton. Newton going back, came up and make the catch. He came up a little quick, but then had to go back for it. And a nice grab to pick that out of the air.
The outfield in this inning for Lincoln Pius doing a great job. Both guys, the key, I think, for playing outfield, first of all, is to be able to track the ball off that bat and get yourself in position to make those catches. If you read it wrong sometimes, you better be a pretty good athlete to make it up. But both these guys in this inning so far for Pius have done a great job to find that ball and just flat out go get it.
Dish gets a piece of it. Caleb is the son of head coach Brian Dish, who is coaching his last season here in Norfolk before he moves on to Crete for another opportunity. He's spent a lot of time here in Norfolk, been here since he was basically in, I think, second grade. Brian Dish, he's made Norfolk his home.
And Coach Wetterberg will be back next year.
2-2 count. Already 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Second inning brought to you by John Henry's. Our family serving yours at John Henry's. Full count for Caleb Dish. And he is able to get a 2-out walk. Brings up the top of the order. Jordan Schnorr makes his way back to the batter's box. Last time out, he singled to left field. Or just threw a bit of a single right past the glove of Ty Vanis. First pitch strike.
Schnorr's the guy who talked about as a leadoff batter. He does a great job getting on base, and a guy that can steal as well. Your Panthers, you'd certainly like a 2-out rally here after that walk given up by Ledgerwood. We need to stand again. Their national anthem's playing.
National anthem is playing again for the soccer match.
Oh, okay.
Right next to us. Pitch outside for a ball. I mean, we can honor America any day.
Absolutely.
Multiple times a day. Never enough. Hit well toward Newton. Newton goes up, and this is actually a play made by Vanis. He goes up and over and makes a catch over the shoulder through the wind to end the inning. Nothing done for Norfolk, not able to tack on another run there. Some great defensive play by the Thunderbolts, and it's still a 1-0 Panther lead heading to the top of the third.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
So I was a former smoker. My breathing got really bad. My family finally insisted I go to a pulmonologist. And that's when they did tests and diagnosed me with COPD and asthma. Because there's nothing worse than not being able to breathe. And they helped me tremendously. They've helped me get my lung function back. With the help of Faith Regional, I've become a lung hero.
Back to the top of the order for Lincoln Pius, the 10th, as Lucas Newton makes his way back up here in the top of the third inning. A 1-0 lead for the Norfolk Panthers. They got that run in the first on an RBI from Hayden Kelly, scoring Ethan Sidovec, but not able to get anything the last 2 innings. And for the Bolts, they had bases loaded, but not able to score them in that last inning they had. So a frustrating situation for head coach Keith Hingler and Pius.
Yeah, it's tough when you get guys in scoring position with nobody out and you don't score a run. Those sort of situations can sometimes come back to haunt you.
Michelson, this is ripped to center field, down for a base hit, as Lucas Newton picks up a single to start the third inning. Caleb Ledgerwood makes his way back to the box.
Nice job by Newton there to find that pitch. Just laced it right out into center field. Get the Thunderbolts started here in the top of the third.
Now watch out for the on-base attacking from Pius. They have stolen multiple bases this season, and they will do it again.
Not afraid to run.
He will take off. Newton, it was a hit and run attempt and a foul ball.
Like a pretty good jump over there for Newton.
Norfolk's pretty lucky that he got a piece of that. If he doesn't, and that gets by Kelly, could be something extra for Newton. Will he go again? Throw back to Flood. Pickoff move not quick enough. Tried to lay down a bunt, keeps the bat out, and a 1-1 count, or rather 0-2 count for Ledgerwood. He struck out his last time up. Only seen 2 strikeouts today, and both of them have been Carter Michelson's. Can he pick up his third?
Kind of a lead that Newton gets over there. Those pickoff plays largely are designed to shorten that lead.
Newton goes to second. This is hit to right field, a hit and run. Works perfectly for Pius. The throw to second gets by. Newton will score. And this game even at 1.
Well, an error and a good piece of batting there from Pius. And they even the score. It's one of those it's so critical to get that relay throw in, and because you allow those extra bases when the ball gets away. You see it right here. It's not a good throw. And that allows Newton to come all the way around and score from first.
I have to call that an E9. As it brings up Kai Vanis. Runner stealing third. And he is hosed. The pinch runner for Lincoln Pius didn't get the best jump. And that looks... And he is out on a really nice play, really good throw from Kelly over to Magnuson, who put down that tag.
Well, Norfolk prepared there that time for Pius. Again, we mentioned Pius loves to run the bases, loves to put pressure on you, able to make a nice throw there to third to get that out.
1-1 count here for Vanis. And one down in the inning. So after scoring, chance for Thunderbolts. Tack on some more there with that runner. Does not go well.
Kalen getting that out at third was big because that clears the bases. Now Pius and back to the start of the inning. You don't have that runner in scoring position.
That's in there for a strike. Michelson comes back with one. I believe it was, trying to find the number, the stolen batter. It was Neal, who was the pinch runner who tried to steal third.
And it's a really good batter here for Pius.
Full count. Too high and outside. And a walk for Kai Vanis. One down in the inning in a 1-1 ball game. Top of the third. Jesus Yanez comes back up, singled his last time out in top of the second.
Yanez singled, and they made it all the way to third on the error, but was not able to score.
Outside by Michelson. 1-0. Throw back to first, gets through Flood. Panthers last year finished 11-14. After a 3-9 start, really got some rhythm, but Norfolk lost their top 6 batting averages to graduation a year ago.
Yeah, that always hurts. Lose that sort of production. But much like last year, I think Norfolk coming on now. They had a nice win over a good Wayne program. They're 3-3 in their last 6.
That's a Wayne team that's holding a sub-district in Class B,
wow.
Or Class C rather. How about this throw? Hayden Kelly gets Vanis stealing on a wonderful throw and a great tag.
I'd say he had pretty good grip on the ball that time. Had the error earlier going to first, just never had control of it. That was a nice snap throw, a very accurate throw. Gets the runner.
Dish made the catch and was able to throw that tag down. 3-0 count for Yanez, but now that is both outs this inning. Runners being caught stealing. Might make the Thunderbolts think a little bit. And ball 4 for Yanez, who takes first.
Michelson's struggling a little bit right now with his control. It was pretty good the last couple of innings. But he's given up a couple of walks here. That can come back and bite you.
3 walks in the last 2 innings for Michelson. Upstairs for Jake Bugbee.
A couple back-to-back walks, and now a high pitch there. Norfolk's going to talk about it a little bit. Try to get Michelson settled down.
No one warming up yet. And keep him out in there and just find his control.
Yeah, he's been pitching well. It's just the last couple batters, I think it's just a matter of maybe talking a little bit about mechanics. You know, how you're gripping the ball, how you're throwing the ball.
A little hacky sack action. Did you ever learn how to play hacky sack?
I was a 3-time All-Stater in hacky sack.
Wow. Who'd you beat?
Well, that was the only one playing at the time. It was a long time ago.
So just 3-time All-Stater. I can't imagine who beat you that 4th year. hacky sack. I always tried to learn. I never could. I don't have any coordination with my feet like that.
I could do it all right. I was I'd say the All-State was a little embellished, but
so you're a liar.
What are you, a defense attorney?
Yeah. I should find a new career. I could do pretty well. Just a bit high again for Michelson. Bugby, last time up, he reached on an error.
Bugby was at second, and Yanez was at third, and Pius stranded those guys out there.
Fouled off to the right. Yanez has a pretty good lead. He didn't try to steal there either.
Yanez is the guy that can steal. He's got 7 on the year.
Throw back to get into first for Flood.
That's the kind of pressure that Pius puts on you. A lot of guys that can steal. A guy like Yanez over there, he's going to test that lead. And what that does, it makes that pitcher think a little bit more about him and a little less about the batter.
Yanez will go. The throw, no one covering the bag. Yanez is safe and nearly took off for third. Sinovic was there backing up.
Got 2 guys over there, but nobody covering the bag. And if you're a Panther fan, you're glad that Yanez didn't pick that up right away. Might have made it to third. Probably a good decision there by Yanez to come back and not test the arm. Yeah, that.
I got the stop sign from third base coach. And that's ball 4. That's back-to-back-to-back walks.
Yeah, 3 walks in a row, so we'll see if we get some action in the bullpen here at all, other than the hacky sack.
Maybe some actual throwing.
I think you want Michelson to just kind of regain some control here and get out of this inning. 2 outs, but now 2 Thunderbolt base runners on.
First pitch strike. Noah Barnes struck out looking his last time up. Great punch out by the umpire. Emphatic. Fouled off over the press box. And Barnes down 0-2.
If you're Michelson, do you have a pitch you can get him to chase here?
Michelson takes his time and then calling time. Noah Barnes. It's just a mind game is what it is. Between pitcher and batter.
Barnes batting .300. A very capable hitter.
Runners go, and that is fouled off. Trying for another hit and run.
We pulled that down that third base line. Just pulled it foul a little bit.
What a call on 0-2, calling a hit and run.
That's what you have trust in your batter, in this case Barnes. Again, a .300 hitter, a guy that can make contact.
Two down in the inning. Yanez gets back. Hit towards short, dish scoops. Can he throw it to first? In, is it there? No! Jan's running for the plate. Yanez is there. He's safe. And heads up base running by Bugby, who gets over to third. Hard hit single by Noah Barnes. And a run scores.
Yeah, you mentioned that, Kalen. A good hard hit ball. Pretty good job there from the shortstop position to get that throw off, but it was short, not enough arm on it, and allowed Yanez does a good job running the bases, gets around and scores, and Lincoln Pius takes the lead. And the scoreboard just went out. There it came on. Pretty sure it wasn't like a one run rule or something like that.
Right. Lined and foul. If that toes that line just a bit more on the inside, you might be having Bugby score from first. It's Hayden Huggins.
Yeah, Barnes had a similar hit. Huggins also trying to pull that ball down that third base line.
And a stolen base.
That's smart play by Kelly not to try to throw that. If you don't get the out, you give up a run. But now again, Pius, two guys in scoring position, second and third.
Brady Schottenkirk running for Noah Barnes, who just stole that base. Breaking ball, strike three, and a punch out. Michelson gets one back. And although Lincoln Pius takes the lead 2-1, get both of their runs that inning on 3 hits and 2 runs able to score for the Thunderbolts. As we move to the bottom of the third inning, they lead it 2-1.
Do you know when the worst time to find out your sump pump isn't working? The day you need it. At John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, we're offering a $59 sump pump inspection, so you won't have to find a watery surprise in your basement after a storm. For just $59, our licensed and experienced service professionals will examine your sump pump, inspecting its major components, to ensure your sump pump is ready and working when you need it most. Hurry, this offer won't last long. John Henry's, serving your family since 1996.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by See the Trainer with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Looking for expert general contracting? Ashoff Construction of Osmond has you covered. Whether it's agricultural storage, commercial office spaces, retail warehouses, or concrete work, they do it all. Their AGI Sentinel buildings are built to protect your crops and assets, and their skilled team manages everything from design to completion. Get a free estimate today. Call Scott or Dylan at 402-748-35.
Ethan Sinovic leading off the bottom of the third inning after Lincoln Pius able to grab 2 runs in the top of this inning. 1-1 count now with a strike or a swing from Sinovic. Third inning is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Foul territory, Yanez goes back to make the catch, and Ethan Sinovic quickly retired.
Sinovic pops out in foul ground. Now Aiden Papstein up. He walked in the first inning.
DH for the Panthers today as this ball is down low for Caleb Ledgerwood. And a big 27-pitch first inning. Cut it down to 14 last time out and trying to keep on moving quickly and quickly. A 1-1 count here.
Face a good pitcher like Ledgerwood that struggles early. That's when you got to get to him, because guys like him settle down, get past that rough inning, and then they're tough to hit.
Papstein Lines this to left field. That's down for a base hit. Molnaric just has to watch it into his glove. And a single from Aiden Pepstein in the DH position.
Yeah, smart play there by Lenaric not to charge that ball. That gets past you, it's trouble. You're probably not going to get to it. Play it conservatively, keep it in front of you, and limit Norfolk to just a single.
Breaking ball doesn't find the zone for Alex Mekshantsev. One-0 count. Runner goes. Pepstein slides, and he is nailed. Not able to get under the tag as Barnes throws him out.
Eschwig did a nice job getting over there and getting in position. I think the throw was good, but not great. But Eschwig.
Oh, hold on.
Now what are they saying?
They're calling it foul?
Okay. Never mind.
So that's big. Mekshantsev, a 1-1 count. And what could have very well been the second out of the inning.
A break for the Panthers. Or for their Pius, or I guess for the Panthers, yeah, because you got the extra opportunity here.
Right.
That would have been out number 2, so yeah, certainly for the Panthers.
A 2-1 count now for Alex Mekshantsev. Bottom of the third inning. 2-1 game. Line to right field. Kastmeyer playing up, big time, down for a base hit. Pepstein heading to third. A little bit of a bobble by Kastmeyer. Pepstein's going home. The throw to the plate is there. What a throw!
Wow.
Gunned down from right field.
Oh, holy cow.
Kastmeyer, Sammy, he did it with one heck of a throw.
My goodness, what a throw. I thought they had no chance to get him.
I was in the same boat. Didn't think there was a chance. Kastmeyer playing up big time. And here's a little bit of bobble. He threw that ball. And Pepstein, big round. This is going back toward Kastmeyer here. And wow, what a throw. What a play.
We'll see how that affects this game. That's a big time out for the Thunderbolts.
So it's a triple from Mekshantsev. But Pepstein gunned down at the plate. Incredible throw.
You're not going to see a better throw than that. Got Pepstein by a couple of feet.
Yeah, I mean, it really wasn't that close. And all Barnes had to do was put the tag on him. Still a runner in scoring position for Norfolk. And that gets the outside corner. Breaking ball, strike 3. Hayden Kelly strikes out, and we go to the top of the fourth inning where Lincoln Pius leads Norfolk 2-1.
Spring is here. For farmers, making safety a priority this planting season can be the difference between life and death. Always look out for power lines before exiting the cab, when loading and transporting machinery, and when raising or unfolding equipment. Keep equipment at least 20 feet from power lines and use a spotter when possible. Be aware of what's overhead. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Well, this is a triple here as it tails away. It makes it a very difficult play, but it looks like an easy run, right? Maybe not so much. Sam Kazmaier, the right fielder, with a tremendous throw and a great job there by the catcher to catch that ball and supply that tag. But a great play all the way around by Pius to prevent that run. Looked like an absolute easy run there off that triple by Max Johnson.
An incredible throw. Sammy Kazmaier. And on the tag, too, I mean, it almost looked like there was a chance that Papstein could have got under that tag, but Barnes did a nice job putting that on him. Got his wrist for the out. So now we head to the top of the fourth inning. Still a 2-1 lead for Lincoln Pius. Can they add to it? Sam Ashweg will get it started. It's Ashweg, Milnarek, and then Newton for the top of the order. Ashweg, that's inside.
I think it's true of a lot of pretty much all sports, is that defense, offense gets a lot of the attention, but defense can win you a lot of games, and that was just great defense off of a fantastic hit there by Makshantsev that was a triple, but gunning down the runner at home to eliminate that run and then getting a strikeout. Great job by Pius not to allow Norfolk to score.
I mean, that was their chance. That was the Panthers' chance to tie the game. Very well, if that throw was not on the money, they would have. That's back inside. And Michelson down 2-1. Got Braden Boyle in the bullpen for the Panthers. Another senior. So he's trying to warm up while Michelson gets drilled to right field over the head of Schnoor. Stumbled over his feet. And a double for Sam Ashweg.
That ball just kept going. Made a very difficult play there for Schnoor in right field. Just kept going. Get it over his head. A good job to get the ball in. But as you mentioned, Ashweg, a big hit, a double to start off this top of the fourth inning.
Depending on what happens here, Braden Boyle's number might be called soon. Outside on this pitch. Michelson, who started off so strong, starting to miss a little wider.
Yeah, doesn't have the control he had the first couple of innings.
Able to put that one in play. Over to Dish. He goes to third. Catches the runner on a rundown. Good speed and out of the base path. The tag as Ashweg is out. So what a decision by Caleb Dish. A fielder's choice, but he goes to third and grabs that lead runner.
I think that was a smart play. Dish, obviously coach's kid, saw that he had a play there. You always want to get that lead runner if you can. You certainly could have had an easy play at first, but you want that lead runner. Does a good job, sees that he has the play. Norfolk executes the rundown very well.
A lot of speed from Alex Makshantsev, who was able to put that tag on. This pitch outside. 1-0. I think if you're Brian Dish, you want to see if Michaels can at least finish off this inning before you put in Braden Boyle. He's starting to throw a little bit more heat in the bullpen. Right back toward the pitcher. Michelson hits off his leg, and that will go down as a single. Hard hit single for Lucas Newton, who singled and scored his last time up, and he's back on the base paths.
Singled and scored in the third. Now gets another single.
Bolts have 2 runners on.
Move Mlinarik over to second. Pius has had some base runners. They have not been able to score them in consistently, but now it's 1 out. First and second, we'll see if the Thunderbolts can get something done here. And as you mentioned, I think you may have a pitching change coming here fairly soon.
Caleb Ledgerwood to the batter's box. Molnaric and Newton on the base paths for Pius. That's outside, ball 1. Michelson threw 3 1/3 so far. And this is hit. What a catch! Mekshansev steps on the bag for a double play.
What a snag by Mekshansev. Great play. Gets the double play, gets out of the inning.
The quick reaction for the snag and the tag to end the inning. And Pius leaves 2 runners on base and ends this one 2-1. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning on News Channel Nebraska.
A body in motion stays in motion until you feel that muscle tighten, that sharp pain you didn't expect, and suddenly you're stopped in your tracks. KRT helps you get back in action with all natural pain relief in just minutes. Don't get sidelined by muscle cramps. Stay in the game with KRT.
You know what's coming up pretty soon is the Kearney Sportsplex getting ready to open up. Or it already is open. See, it's been a while since I've done a game. So, you talk about the times
it's open,
when
baby.
It's almost open, it's almost open, it's almost open. But finally, Kearney Sportsplex is open. We're pumped about it. Now we can officially go and slaughter you at pickleball. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, as long as you challenge me to a hacky sack match, I think we're good.
Hacky sack match. Well, they've got the gyms that are beautiful. 8 regulation high school basketball courts. They've also got a turf field on the inside. Got 3 drop-down net batting cages for all of our baseball, softball fans out there. Talked about the pickleball, of course, but they are open. They're going to host some local and regional events. They've booked for many tournaments here in the future. It'll be a lot of fun to see what they've got at the Kearney Sportsplex.
I got to go. I'm headed to Kearney.
We will be out in Kearney tomorrow.
Man.
Another game. We'll see if our production crew is going to go work out the Sportsplex. Why not? Here's one that's hit right over. Easy play for Vanis to Huggins. That retires Maddox Magnuson. Hastings and Kearney tomorrow. And we'll be back on Saturday, Lou, for GACC, West Point Beamer, and Thurston Cumming County.
Thurston Cumming County baseball. It's going to be a fun Saturday.
First pitch swinging toward second. Easy throw over. Ashweg, nice play, and already 2 down.
A couple of ground outs here. Ledgerwood would love to have a nice quick inning here. Had some struggles early, but again, settled down. And again, 2 up, 2 down so far in this inning for the Panthers.
And again, this time it is down for a base hit. Little blooper. Noah Henricks is on. This gets beyond the outfielders. And Henricks extends a single to a double and puts up the Heisman pose? Is that what he did? Can we get another look at that? I mean,
wrong sport, but
what?
I like it.
Single for Noah Heinrichs.
Now you get a hit like that.
All right, hold on. Let's see. Yes! Oh, man.
I'm voting for him.
First ballot gets my vote.
Noah Henricks for Heisman. I like it.
Sounds good. Rolls off the tongue really well. Now he's in scoring position for Caleb Dish. Panthers need to get one to tie this matchup. That's down low. 1-1.
Got 2 outs to start the inning. Now you've got a guy in scoring position, so it changes quickly. And Dish, the young player here, put bat on the ball and put it in play.
Batting 167 this year. Watches that one in there. First strike. 1-2. Chance for the Bolts to get out of the inning. Steps off the bag. Make sure the Heisman candidate Henricks doesn't escape.
Travis Hunter, really.
Yanez makes the play in foul territory. It ends the inning. Lincoln Pius, the 10th, able to shut down the Norfolk Chance yet again. We go to the top of the 5th inning, 2-1, and the Thunderbolts lead the Panthers.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Well, back to the matchup. Lincoln Pius getting some throwing in there.
Yeah, looks like we got a new pitcher here for Norfolk. And Braden Boyle, a senior, getting a chance here to try to shine on senior day. And it looks like Pius also has at least one thrower up, maybe 2 over in their bullpen.
Braden Boyle in 9 appearances. He's got a 4.31 ERA. He's 1-1 on the year. Carter Michelson went 4 innings, 64 pitches for Michelson.
4 innings, gave up 6 hits and 2 runs. Pitched really well the first couple innings and then started to struggle just a little bit. They're going to get Boyle a chance.
That's foul. 0-2 count for Kai Vanis.
I probably say this every time we're out here, but this is such a nice facility. Love the field turf there in the infield. That makes such a difference, especially around northeast Nebraska in the spring. You don't know if you're going to get a hot sunny day or a snowstorm. It helps keep that infield playable.
Vanis gets a ball there. 1-2. It is a beautiful place to play, especially with the conditions right now. It's not raining. It's really not too many clouds out.
Yeah, wind is dying down again, which, give me a minute, it'll kick back up. But right now, pretty nice night right now.
Waiting for the snow to fall.
Yeah. It's May 1st. Maybe we're past that. You never know.
You don't know. 2-2 count. Lined back toward Dish. Did he make the catch? He did.
Nice play.
Caleb Dish didn't have to get it off the ground. Able to pick it cleanly. That's one away.
Watch this play by Dish. Just goes down and snags it off the ground. That's a nice play. Good concentration.
Way to get that glove under the ball. It was close. As Yana is back up, he's had a good game today. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. Or rather, he's 1 of 1 with a walk. And he's scored.
Yep, scored in the 3rd inning.
Fouls off here. Quickly down 0-2. He was the leading run in the 3rd. Fouled off again.
Giannis battling there.
And that is drifting foul and down. We'll do it again with Jesus Yanez.
Timing that out, if you're Norfolk, that's scary because each one's been a little closer. That one was very close to the third base line, able to pull it. So Yanez feels dialed in right now.
Batting .351, 9 RBIs this season.
A good player is Jesus Yanez.
Top of the 5th inning on News Channel Nebraska. Class A versus Class B. Mekshantsev gets it. Throw over to first. Not there. If he was just a little quicker on a snap throw, that is one heck of a play.
Well, first of all, I don't know that there's too many guys that are going to be able to get that ball. Mekshantsev did a great job to get there. And Yanez hustling. Way to run that out if you're Yanez and beat that throw to first base. But a great play by Mekshantsev to go to dive and keep that ball in the infield.
If Mekshantsev is able to make that throw while he's on the ground, maybe a little flick, there's a chance, but tough play regardless. Flood gave it a good stretch, trying to close that gap a little bit, but Yanez beats it out for a single. Bugby. Last time up, he walked. He's reached on his error his first time.
Yep, on a 2-base error. Able to get on.
Fouls off the bunt. Barnes on deck for Pius. Had a nice single and RBI his last time up. We'll get there in a moment. Thrown back to Yanez. One down in the inning. 2-1. Pius lead. Back to Yanez. That was close. Better pick play.
Yeah, we mentioned before, Yanez, a guy that will run. He's a good base stealer. You can make those throws to first. Try to shorten that lead if you can. Yanez is going to be aggressive here.
Boyle. Yanez goes.
Great jump.
Hit and run. So now Yanez has to go back to first. Ball is caught by Dish, and he will not make the throw back to first. Caleb Dish able to make that catch
There was a hit and run on. It was unfortunate, honestly, that Bigby swung at that pitch, even though that's what you're instructed to do, because Yanez had a fantastic jump, would have stolen that base easily.
Two down. Brings up Barnes. Singled and had the RBI that actually scored Yanez his last time to give the Bolts a 2-1 lead. Pius plays this Class A schedule. And at 8-12 this season, you cannot count this team out from making a deep run in the postseason.
Again, that's what we talked about in the pregame. Is you play that tough schedule, you get yourself ready for postseason. Even though you don't have a sterling record at this point, but you've played great competition. So when you get to the district play, and if you're fortunate enough to get to state, you've seen good teams.
Fouled off again. Boils up 1-2 on Noah Barnes.
And Norfolk obviously in this game only down 2-1, but Pius has had some opportunities to stretch this lead. They have not been able to take advantage of those.
And not as much wind as there was before. Chance for the Panthers to get out of the inning. That's outside. Kelly tried to frame it. Wasn't there. 2-2.
Yeah, just off that outside corner. Nice job by Kelly trying to, you said, frame that pitch, try to pull that ball back in and give that umpire a chance to call that strike.
Talked about Pius. They got some quality wins this season. Yanez goes. This is hit in play. Maybe drifting foul now. And that will drop. Foul ball. Brings Barnes back to the plate. But a couple quality wins for the Thunderbolts. Creighton Prep. Big victory there. Plus Norris and Gretna East. A couple teams that are strong in Class B right now. I mean, look at those tough Class A losses. Grand Island, Papillion, La Vista South. That was an 11-inning game. Gosh. Nearly double of a high school baseball game when you play 7. Boyle, that's down low. Full count for Noah Barnes.
The extra innings in this game, the way it's been played. Very close game here.
So Yanez will most likely go on the pitch. Full count, 2 outs. Fouled off toward the screen. We do it again.
A battle between Barnes and Boyle right now.
"20 pitches for Boyle since he entered here, top of the 5th. Fouled off again. Make that 21 pitches. We just keep going.
That's a tough inning. I mean,
tough start. You come in, you don't want to throw 21 right away.
But he's also one pitch away from getting out of this. I mean, guy at first, he's not in any real trouble, but not giving up any runs despite throwing a lot of pitches.
Up high in a walk. Noah Barnes works that walk incredibly.
A really good at bat there Noel Barnes does a good job, first of all, making the bullpen, in this case, Braden Boyle, work. But also gets on base. Noel Barnes is a junior for Lincoln Pius.
Norfolk already getting Papstein warmed up.
Hayden Papstein in the bullpen there.
2 down. Bring up Hayden Huggins. 2 runners on. That's outside. Oh, call that a strike.
Yeah, must have just caught that corner. That looked a little outside. Now, we've seen this umpire kind of be generous on that outside corner. So
yep.
As long as you're consistent, that's all you want.
Swinging down low. Yanez goes for third. Throw over the head. Yanez will score. Kelly tried to get Yanez taking third for Magnuson and launches it over his head.
That's one you probably, certainly if you're Kelly, you see the guy running, but you know, that would have been a tough play with a good throw, and that throw obviously sailed over third base. Dish really, or not Dish. At any rate, they were just not able to make the play there. Not able to. Like I said, it would have been a very difficult play with a good throw. That's
right.
Probably one you want to just eat and allow the runner to be at third.
Puts Barnes on second. Rather, that is Brady Schottenkirk running for Barnes at second. 2-1 count.
There's a Magnuson at third there. The ball went over.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to jump and make that. It was high throw.
You have to be Michael Jordan to catch that one.
I don't even know if Michael's catching that ball. Maybe. Can't put it past him. Breaking ball high. 2-2. Two down in the inning. Braden Boyle in relief. Pitch count already getting pretty high.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot of pitches here.
That's high again. Full count. Runner in scoring position still.
We'll see if they we get another walk here if Norfolk makes a change.
3-1 ball game. Inside, ball 4.
First and second for Pius. They've already scored a run off an error here in this inning with 2 outs, so it looks like might have a change here.
Sam Ashwag got great contact his last time up. He makes his way to the plate. We'll see if it's just a conversation or if Papstein will be called to action.
Like right now, just a conversation. I think I want to try to get him through this inning.
$28 pitches for Braden Boyle, all in this 5th inning.
A couple of walks here has put Pius back in business already with that 3-1 lead. Now runner at scoring position. They're not going to make a change at this point. Allow Boyle to try to finish this inning.
Ashwig with a chance to extend the lead. Schottenkirk at second. Huggins at first. 2 down in the inning. Boyle and the Panthers trying to close the door. High and outside, ball 1. High and outside, ball 2. Wind picking up a little bit as well.
I think if you're Pius at this juncture, you're going to be very selective.
Yeah.
Boyle's got some control problems right now. You're not going to be chasing anything unless it's a pitch that you see well and that you want. You're going to force Boyle to throw strikes.
Fouled off here. Ashweg liked that one.
You don't want to take aggression away, but you don't want to swing wildly in either when a pitcher is having a tough time finding the strike zone.
Pitch toward Mekshontsev. Quick toss over to Dish at short. And that ends the inning on a fielder's choice. So some more damage done. 1 hit, 2 walks, and an error scores Jesus Yanez as Pius increases the lead 3-1. To the bottom of the 5th we go.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Currency is here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. And by Heritage at Fountain Point, redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk, living better.
So I was a former smoker. My breathing got really bad. My family finally insisted I go to a pulmonologist. And that's when they did tests and diagnosed me with COPD and asthma. Because there's nothing worse than not being able to breathe. And they helped me tremendously. They've helped me get my lung function back. With the help of Faith Regional, I've become a lung hero.
Ledgerwood staying on the mound for the Bolts. And first pitch, ball. Going against the Norfolk's top of the order, Jordan Schnorr. Now a 2-0 count. That pitch is fouled off by Schnorr as our 5th inning brought to you by Kearney. Visit Kearney, where you can find it all in Kearney. 3-1 lead for Pius. Just 66 pitches for Caleb Ledgerwood through 4. And with that pitch there, making it 70.
Ledgerwood had some control issue to start the ball game. Threw quite a few pitches in that first inning.
That's the amazing thing. He went 27 in the first inning, then 14, 14, and 11, and then picks up a strikeout to start the bottom of the 5th.
That's what we talked about that already. Good pitchers sometimes get off to slow starts, and you got to get them early. Once they get into that rhythm, they're very difficult to hit off of or get guys on base, and that's what Ledgerwood's been able to do. He's really settled into his zone and been very, very difficult to hit.
Sinovic reached on a fielder's choice and scored. He is the lone Norfolk run today. His last time out, he flew out to foul play to Jesus Yanez. It's outside yet again. 3-1. And breaking ball not able to catch its way back up into the zone. Second batter and a walk for Ethan Sinovic.
If you're Norfolk, you'll take it. Get a guy on base. They have not. Let's see. McShontsev's triple in the third, I believe, was the last hit that Norfolk had.
Ledgerwood outside again. Aiden Papstein warming up a bit in the bullpen as well. Currently the DH. And a quick conversation with Ledgerwood. Last few pitches were way outside.
I think this is one of those where you just go out and ask him if he's okay. And are you feeling good? You feeling tired?
And north of 70 pitches now. Once you start to get near 100, that's kind of where you start thinking about wear and tear. And then next matchup, how far do you want to go? Fouled off. Papstein, 1-1.
I'm sure they would like to see Ledgerwood be able to get through at least this inning. He's pitched a nice game to this point.
That's inside. Runner will go. Sinovic is there, although it was close. Not the best jump, but he made it work.
Gasmeyer with a nice throw, a better throw than I thought it was going to be, and made that play fairly close.
Two count now for Papstein. Swing and a miss. And another strikeout for Ledgerwood this inning. McShonsev back to the batter's box.
Strikeout number 3 today for Caleb Ledgerwood.
Impressive to get. He's gotten them later in the contest. Back inside 2-0 for McShonsev. Sinovic is in scoring position for Norfolk in the bottom of the 5th. That's in their first strike.
The Panthers like another triple like McShonsev had in the third inning.
Yeah, that score run, no doubt. Last time he hit the triple, Kastmeyer had an incredible throw to hose Papstein at home. Two count, 2 down. Fouled off again.
Norfolk team that's not a big hitting team, you'd like to get some like to cash in on some opportunities when you get a guy in scoring position.
Strike 3. 3 strikeouts this inning, and his 86th pitch cashes in on his 4th K. Alex McShonsev sits down, and Pius shuts the door on Norfolk. We go to the top of the 6th inning. The Bolts lead it 3-1.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Central Nebraska Orthopedic, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu and discover your path to possible.
Watch a little soccer and baseball. You can do both. We could broadcast both if you want.
It's 3-1 over there.
Same score?
The guests are up 3-1.
Wow,
Much
same
like
score.
Here.
Yeah, there you go. Skyler, another green team that's up.
I wasn't sure who was playing over there.
Well, can you spell Skyler?
Starts with a W, right?
Yeah, the sixth inning brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones. Check out Sartor Heyman. You and the guy who named tungsten would be great together.
Really?
The periodic table of elements, tungsten is a W.
Skyler is Schuyler, by the way.
Impressive. You actually know how to spell. Skyler's a tough one to say. When I first moved to Nebraska, this is a single, 9-hole single from Lucas Molnarek. When I first moved to Nebraska, I was, you look at Schuyler, you think Schuler?
Yeah.
Is that Schuler? Is that how you say it? No, of course, it is Schuyler. But Molnarek starts off with a single. Got right past Magnuson at third.
Bill Molnarek, Basehit. He's got a couple of them in this game.
We didn't even tell you that we do have a new pitcher. It is Aiden Papstein, who's on the mound for the Panthers. So Braden Boyle did make it one inning, 32 pitches.
I think he had one run come in. Able to at least, hold that forward a little bit there. But, yeah, a lot of pitches in that inning.
Lucas Newton up in the count, 2-0. Make it 3-0.
Boyle give up one run on a couple of hits.
Try to bunt again, left the bat out. Actually call that 2-2. Papstein delivers, pulls the ball back, the bunt back that time, full count for Newton.
Got to figure Newton is not going to be bunting here now. Unless you really trust his ability to bunt.
He will swing away and get strike three called. Papstein gets Newton looking for a backwards K.
That's a good first out there for Papstein. Fell behind in the count, but battled his way back and gets the strikeout.
Ledgerwood makes his way back up. He singled once. He's 1 for 3 today. First pitch strike from Papstein, trying to find a rhythm after the first pitch single from Lucas Molnarek. One for Ledgerwood. He's been finding some steam on the mound.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is where you're pitching well. You want to add to kind of help yourself out here a little bit.
Molnaric goes, hit and run, fouled off. 1-2 for Ledgerwood. Like the bat. Looks like a hot rod he's got. Orange at the top, blue at the bottom. Swings on an inside pitch and rips it to left field for a single. Molnaric heading to third. He's there, stretching it into 2. Tag is there. What a tag. Mekshansev puts it on Ledgerwood and gets Ledgerwood from stretching that single to a double. Not this time.
Yeah, it was a solid shot by Ledgerwood there down the left field, to left field. And watch the relay play here. That's just a nice shot by Norfolk. Mekshansev delivers the tag. Excellent relay and throw and tag. Well executed play for Norfolk. Still 3-1 now, but Pius. Here we go again. A guy at third, and Pius bring in that run.
Get a 7-6-4 relay. That's fun. So Molnaric in scoring position at third, and now 2 strikes on Kai Vanis. Bolts trying to tack on another. They lead it 3-1. Papstein, pitch. Got the corner, strike 3. Papstein got Vanis looking for his second no-look strikeout that inning and ends the run by the Thunderbolts. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still a 3-1 Pius lead over Norfolk.
My name is Kayla Strathman, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. I think what sets Elkhorn Valley Bank apart is the team that we have here. I think collectively as a team, everyone that we work with has the same goal in mind, and that goal is just ultimately whoever walks through our doors making sure we help them and they leave with the best experience, that they leave satisfied and we make sure they want to come back. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
So Ledgerwood is still on the mound, but Lincoln Pius thinking about how to end this matchup if they can. Dax Wida is warming up. But Ledgerwood still looking good. Comes back with a first pitch strike.
Yeah, Ledgerwood just says, yeah, I'm going to stand out here and throw strikes.
He's like, Dax, you can stay back there. You can warm up if you want to. Not going to do much. That was close. 1-1 count for Hayden Kelly.
That was very close.
That's a bit low. So it's 2-1 now. Fouled off. 2-2 count.
It's off the end of the bat. You ever have one of those? That can really bring those hands.
Well, I mean, it looked like Kelly was kind of wincing there. You know, it's the inside of the bat and the very end of the bat. That's just, it's not fun. Outside corner, strike 3. Ledgerwood continues to heat up toward the end of the matchup.
Yeah, he's struck out 4 of the last 5 batters that he has faced. Getting better as the game goes along.
Make sure you stick around for our Player of the Game interview brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, as well as Heritage at Fountain Point. This is lined up the middle, sliding play. Almost got past the shortstop. Throw is there.
Oh.
Wow! What a throw! Vanis stays with it and delivers a rope to Huggins for the out.
Vanna's trying to get on Sports Center. That was a great play. That's a play, I mean, there's a lot of good high school players in the state of Nebraska, but you don't see it every day, a play like that. Look, not only diving, knocks the ball down, but able to get back up and make a strike, throw a strike there. A good stretch there by the first baseman, but a really good throw, Vanis, with a big-time play.
Brendan Flood down 0-2. So Flood trying to get back up in the count. Breaking ball, not able to get there. One-two count. Not able to get there either on the breaking ball. 2-2. So Vanis, I mean, that was incredible. He knocked it down. The ball got away from him. He's still able to pick it up. A bit of a lazy swing, but does get the foul.
Usually, you see a player, you knock the ball down, you're not going to be able to get up and make the throw.
And swings and misses here for another strikeout. Ledgerwood is on another level, and he's been on that level in his last 2 innings. We go to the top of the 7th. Lincoln Pius the 10th with a 2-run lead, 3-1 over Norfolk.
My name is AJ Spanel. I'm an internal medicine physician working for Yankton Medical Clinic. Any adult over the age of 18 could see an internist as their primary care physician. And this could range from someone with really no medical conditions and otherwise healthy who's never seen a doctor, or someone who's got a lot of chronic medical conditions that they're struggling with. And our goal is to not only prevent complications from your disease and help patients gain control over any problems that they may be having. And that's something that brings me a lot of joy.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. You live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
So Pap Stein staying on the mound for Norfolk, but Lincoln Pius, just in case, getting a little warm-up action with Jasper Hagedorn. Top of the 7th, so a chance for Jesus Yanez, who is 2 for 2 today with a walk, to make some more action. 3-1 lead for Pius. Played well so far today. Yanez has been one of the best players to watch. He's been very fun. That pitch outside, ball 2. Make sure you stick around for our top plays today, brought to you by Southeast Community College and Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference.
Yanez scored twice, singled twice. Came in on a walk in the 3rd inning. So he's been productive when he's been out there.
And on the cusp of reaching base his 4th straight time. 3-0 count. Catches the corner, strike 1. Pap Stein came in and got 2 strikeouts at the top of the 6th inning. Both looking. Fouled off. We're even. Full count. Good battle back so far by Pap Stein. Can he come from behind and climb the ladder? Payoff pitch, fouled off again. Yanez has been good at that, fouling off pitches to stay in the count.
Yeah, he's a tough guy to put away.
Lines this one towards center field. Sinovic is there and makes the grab. And Yanez, for the first time today, does not reach base.
Yeah, that's newsworthy. For Norfolk to have a chance, you've got to get through this inning. You can't give up any more runs. And you're going to have to find a way to put a couple on the board here in the bottom of the 7th.
Bugbee to the plate, DHing today. He walked. He reached on an error in the second, walked in the third, and flew out to third in the 5th. He's up 1-0 here. Swings and misses, 1-1. Yanez also warming up his arm a little bit on the pen. That gets the corner. Strike 2.
Yanez might be a good option if in fact Ledgerwood's getting tired. It'll be interesting to see what they come out with here in the bottom of the 7th.
Papstein swing and a miss. Bugbee gets sat down. It's Papstein's 3rd strikeout in just 5 batters.
Now we've seen a lot of strikeouts here as of late. Papstein, a nice job out of the pen in his 2nd inning of relief work.
He's going to give Norfolk a chance. Brings up Noah Barnes. Inside, ball 1.
There's a bat. Play in the nighttime with that bat.
Thought you meant an actual bat for a moment. That drifts foul. I was like, where's the bat? It's the middle of the day. What are we talking about?
I don't know about bats. I had a snake in my basement the other day.
Did you know what kind it was?
That was fun. After I got done screaming and my wife took care of it for me.
Then you were good to go.
Yeah, then I was fine.
Just a garter snake?
Just a garter snake, yeah. Boa constrictor. I don't know, something like that.
1-2 count for big swing and a miss by Barnes. That's never fun to find in your basement.
No.
Unwelcome sight for the most part. Unless, of course, you are a snake breeder, then maybe it makes more sense, which we do have here in Norfolk.
About 6 o'clock in the morning. Those aren't fun to, you don't like to find visitors.
I will not show up at your doorstep at 6 a.m. anymore. It's just outside, ball 2.
Leave your snakes at home, man.
We said no visitors at 6 a.m., so we'll make sure to come at 5:59. 2-2 count, 2 down. Outside yet again.
Barnes not going to chase anything here.
Payoff pitch for Papstein. And a big spot.
Papstein's just got to come inside, I think, and challenge him.
Which he does. It is low. Barnes walks with 2 outs. Hayden Huggins returns to the plate. He walked his last time up. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk.
Barnes has walked a couple times. That was a really good at bat. And I get on with 2 outs. See what Hayden Huggins can do here. Pius would love to add an insurance run here.
Hit toward dish, easy play over to Vikshantsev and ends the inning. It gives Norfolk a fighting chance. If the Panthers can get the bats hot, we will see what happens next. Henricks, Dish, and Schnorr coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by See the Trainer with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Speedy Mart. When you have to fuel your journey and feed the crew, whether it's many or a few, Speedy Mart is fresh, ready, super clean, and convenient.
Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
And when you make a pit stop, it's gotta be fast. Easy in, easy out. Speedy Mart for the win.
Caleb Ledgerwood will try to finish this one off for Lincoln Pius the 10th. They lead it 3-1 in a low-scoring battle here today from Norfolk, Nebraska. For the Panthers, 8-9-1 is the order. Try to tack something together and see if they can come from behind and pull off a bottom-of-the-7th victory, or at least draw even. First pitch, Ledgerwood down low, Ledgerwood struggled in that first inning. 27 pitches, not able to really find much. Walked a couple batters and actually had a mound visit. But comes back strong. In his last 7 batters, he's struck out 5.
He has been dominant.
But this gets through the gap. A dribbler in between third and short. And Henricks is on for a single.
That's what you want if you're Norfolk. That first batter, so important on either side. Obviously for Pius, you want to get that first guy. But to give yourself a chance to score a couple runs, obviously you've got to have base runners. A good job by Henricks. Get on base. We'll see how aggressive Norfolk wants to be with, not a team that's necessarily prone to scoring a lot of runs. You may have to manufacture a couple of runs here. We'll see how Norfolk decides to play it.
So Ledgerwood stays out there. Quick conversation. But he will remain on the mound. The 5th Panther hit today, but only able to score 1 run so far. So it brings up Caleb Dish. Hits that corner. Nice pitch, Ledgerwood. He's still looking strong out there.
He has been very good. And since that first inning, tough first inning, almost 30 pitches that first inning. Since then.
Throw back to first. Good move.
A nice snap throw over there.
Well, you're right, Lou. Since the first inning, he's really cleaned things up. Swing and a miss. I mean, that was the first hit allowed since the triple, right?
I believe
so, or actually,
yeah.
since Henricks' last single. Henricks singled in the 4th. And that was the last base hit.
That's right. Had a double there, did he not? Or was it a single?
I had a single with an error, I think.
Okay, I think you're right. Single and an error. You're right.
Couple scorekeepers up here. No 2 count. Caleb Dish digs in. Drives this one to left field. A blooper. Making chase. Diving catch again.
Wow.
Full extension. Molnaric has been a star in the outfield.
Wow. Boy, this Pius team's got some guys that can play defense. We've seen Kai Vanas go down and get it from short. And now, let's just play in left field. Another one. Again, just a great job gauging that ball and going down. Great concentration. Great job making that play.
Schnorr watches a first pitch, strike 1 down, back to the top of the order. And this is exactly what Brian Dish was talking about. He said he wants the Panthers to be able to put the ball in play. Strike out less. And I think they've done that today, but you've just seen Pius make some incredible plays defensively.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the defense. And that's the way it's been today with Pius.
Schnorr, very similar spot. Strike two. They're getting that outside pitch. One down. Runner on, and Schnorr would be the tying base runner. Wind is picking up as we're getting later into the day. Throwing back, not there. Swing and a miss. And Ledgerwood picks up a huge second out. Is Ledgerwood done? He's going to get that strikeout and then leave. Can't let him go now. No way. Oh, come on.
These were 7 strikeouts, but 6 of those strikeouts have been the 5th inning on. So he's gotten really good at the end of the game. But Coach Engler, sure he knows what he's doing. Looks like Yanez maybe.
Post-game show today coming up, brought to you by KRT, helping you get back in the action. Learn more at krtrelief.com. It is Yanez who will take the mound to try to wrap things up. But, oh, my goodness, taking out Ledgerwood.
Well, he goes, 6 2/3?
6 2/3, that's exactly right.
7 strikeouts. Gave up 1 run on 5 hits. That's an excellent job by Caleb Ledgerwood.
Yeah, very good, and he's in shape to pick up the win.
Well, I think they're going to bring out the fireballer here. It looks like Yanez throwing pretty hard out there. One guy on. I'm sure there was probably some maybe number of pitches that Ledgerwood reached that allowed that made Hengler make that change. We can certainly, should Pius hang on and win, we can certainly ask that question in the postgame.
To my count, he's at 105. That's where he ends. So 105 pitches. Caleb Ledgerwood. Jesus Yanez is trying to get 1 out to end the game. But Norfolk's got Ethan Sinovic in the box, and I think this is the guy that you want to have.
Certainly is one of those guys for Norfolk that can produce.
Giannis has got to take off a piece of gear. An arm wrap. You cannot have white on the throwing arm.
It's a visual thing that affects the batter from picking up the ball out of his hand there.
I think it's similar with batters. You can't have, I don't believe you can have all white bats. I think it's going to have some markings on them if you do. First pitch ball. Runner on for Norfolk. It's Noah Henricks. Sinovic is the tying runner at the plate, but 2 outs. Lines this one to right field. It's foul.
Oh. Ethan Sinovic just about delivered a gigantic hit. That would have made things very interesting if that one fell, because that's likely a double, may have scored a run. Now, if it's a double and scores a run, then you got a guy in scoring position with 2 outs with a chance to tie the game.
1-1 count. Jesus Yanez at the mound trying to finish things up after the tremendous day by Ledgerwood. Breaking ball, nice pitch, strike 2.
Panthers are down to their last strike.
Sinovic digs in. Here's the pitch. High! Ball 2. It was close.
That looked close.
You heard the Thunderbolt faithful.
Yeah.
They thought they got a strikeout looking from Jesus Yanez.
Sinovic has scored the only run of the game for the Panthers.
That's down low, full count. Could be a little interesting, depends on what happens here. Bolts trying to pick up their 9th win of the season. Does not catch the corner. Whew. The tying runner is aboard.
Well, that's a nice job by Sinovic. I don't know how you hold off on some of those pitches.
Aiden Papstein, who took the mound and has been playing very well for the Panthers as of late. He struck out his last time up, and he singled in the 3rd. Flies it up to middle of the left fielder, makes the catch. Molnaric chases up to it, grabs the ball, and ends the game. Lincoln Pius X comes up with a 3-1 win. They hold off the Panthers and pick up the victory on the road for win number 9 on the season. We'll wrap things up with our top plays and our player of the game, as well as interview with our head coach of the Bolts coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
The post-game show brought to you by KRT. Don't get sidelined by muscle cramps. Stay in the game with KRT.
Pain can affect every aspect of your life. Chronic back, neck, nerve, and other pain can make work feel impossible, stop you from doing the activities you enjoy, and can even lead to stress and trouble sleeping. If you are dealing with pain for an extended amount of time and are struggling to do normal, day-to-day tasks, turn to Dr. Balkaya or Dr. Prince at Faith Regional Physician Services to help you find relief. When you're experiencing chronic pain, finding the source of the pain is our first step. Our specialists use a wide range of diagnostic tests to determine how to control or manage your pain. You can expect us to discuss your goals, preferences, and lifestyle to create a treatment plan that uses innovative and safe techniques. You deserve to enjoy a pain-free life. Take the next step. Visit frpsclinics.org to meet our pain management specialists.
There are many details that can set your dream apart from anyone else's. But what sets the banks you are considering apart from each other? At Madison County Bank, what sets us apart from other lenders is flexibility. We offer a wide variety of loans, and we pride ourselves on providing lending options for commercial, residential, agriculture, and even unique properties that make your dreams a reality. Madison County Bank, here to help you grow.
When we met with Angela, it was pretty simple. She showed us a number of plans that would be available and asked to look at our list of prescriptions to try to find the best possible supplement.
She's been very thorough and very thoughtful about keeping in touch with us.
I would certainly recommend Angela for any of your supplemental insurance needs. She's not there to sell you a product. She's there to make certain that the product that she finds for you is best suited for what you need.
Okay, that's it. Done. Stop. Partnership. It's more than a handshake in a farm field. These are cliches and conventions, and we're here to break them. We want to do the work that needs doing, to take on your challenges together. Let us help move your operation forward. We promise to be the partner you need, not the one you're used to. Honest.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Did you know that Teammates Mentoring is the largest school-based mentoring program in the nation? But we still need your help. Over 500 students are waiting for a mentor like you. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them to reach their full potential. So what are you waiting for? Head over to teammates.org today to learn more about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
NCM Sports is brought to you by Currency. Currency is here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. And by Heritage at Fountain Point, redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk, living better.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential.
All right, the Lincoln Pius X Thunderbolts, they come on the road here today, get a nice win over Class A Norfolk, a 3-1 victory. I'm joined now by Keith Hengler, head coach of the Thunderbolts. And, Coach, we just mentioned that. It's a Class A team, you come on the road, you get a win. You guys have played a tough schedule, a lot of Class A teams. What does that do for you guys as you head toward postseason?
That just makes things a little easier for us heading into districts starting next week. Schedule is very difficult, like you said. We've played the best teams in the state all year long, and everybody we play coming into Norfolk, they're a scrappy ball club. We don't take anybody lightly. We treat every team we play the same way. So, it's a good win tonight.
When you look at this game, it seems like it was you guys' defense that really did the job. You made some plays, whether it's somebody diving over at shortstop to make a play, a great throw from left field, you name it. You guys just did it very well defensively.
Yes. So we rely heavily on our defense, especially this season. We've been struggling offensively. Lost some close ball games due to not coming through on offense when we need to. We rely on our pitching and defense to keep us in all ball games. So it was a big clutch effort by everybody on the field.
What did you see offensively? It seemed like you guys got base runners, had second, third one time with nobody out and not able to score. What were some of the issues you ran into?
Just some base running errors on the part of the guys on the team. But this is baseball. You learn from every mistake you make. You move on from it, and you do better next time. So, yeah, timely hitting, we could have done a little better with that. But, they kept us in check on the mound over there with Norfolk.
We're going to talk to our player of the game here in a moment, Caleb Ledgerwood. What a performance he had. I got to ask, Coach, he had 1 out to go. Was it a pitch count thing that took him out of there?
Yeah, it was a pitch count thing. We're pushing him as long as we need to this time of the year because we're going to need him to go deep into ball games and districts. And if we're fortunate enough to make it to state, he's our guy that we know can go deep into a ball game, and I can always trust to get the job done.
Well, he started kind of slow, had a tough first inning. After that, he just got better and better and really was at his best at the end of the ball game. How was he able to do that? I guess we could ask him.
Trusting his mechanics. He's big on his lower half mechanics with his pitching and just trusting what he knows he can do. When he gets settled in, he feels right. He just keeps going with what's working.
Well, 9th win of the season, Coach. What's he going to take to maybe make a run here in the postseason?
We're going to have to come through a little more offensively like we talked, timely hitting when it's needed most. You've got to do that in districts, and hopefully we make it to state. That's what's going to win you ball games, along with a performance like Caleb on the mound tonight. We should be sitting pretty well.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, congratulations on a big win, and good luck as you head toward postseason.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. That's Coach Hengler of Lincoln Pius. Let's get Caleb over here. Caleb's over there discussing stuff with his agent, I believe, right? Is that what's going on? Okay. I'm just looking here. 7 strikeouts in the ball game. I believe 6 of those were the 5th inning or later.
Yep.
What was going on in the first inning? You had a little bit of control trouble, and how were you able to correct that and be so dominant at the end of the game?
Well, I mean, I just had a good defense behind me. A lot of great plays were made out on the field for my teammates, and then just made me just kind of have a little, like, comfortability. So when I was wild, I could just figure it out, found my pitches, and then, you know, it was just right along from there. Yeah.
Well, talk about the defense. You guys, we were talking with Coach, you guys just made play after play after play. How much does that allow you to settle down on the mound when you know guys behind you are going to make plays?
I mean, I know if I'm struggling, I can just put it down the middle, and I know that the team behind me is just going to make a play, and they got my back.
What was working for you there as you get those strikeouts? What pitches were working? How were you able to mow down the Panthers there in the last few innings?
I had my fastball there early in the count, and then later on my off speed. There at the end, I had a lot more control and was able to dot spots, and yeah.
Now, were you okay with coming out of the ball game? Coach said you had a pitch count. I know you wanted to get that last out. You went 6 2/3, which is pretty impressive. I'm sure you would have liked to have had that complete game.
Yeah, it would have been nice, but I mean, got to hand it off to a teammate. There's 110 pitches, pitch math, so I can't go over that, and hand it on to my teammate and have full trust in him. So, I mean, yeah, it was great.
What do you see that your team needs to do offensively as you head toward postseason?
Just have a lot of energy. Just need to find ourselves, just having energy in the dugout, and just keeping it throughout the game.
Absolutely. Well, Caleb, congratulations, not only on the victory, but being our player of the game. Great pitching performance today.
Thank you.
That's Caleb Ledgerwood, our player of the game from Lincoln Pius. Caleb, let's go back to you.
Player of the game, Caleb Ledgerwood with the victory. Only 1 run allowed in that first inning and 7 strikeouts. We'll take a quick timeout and come back with our top plays coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
So I was
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. We have wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
If you're thinking about becoming a John Deere technician, receive a debt-free degree from Landmark Implement. With the John Deere Student Tech program, receive reimbursement for up to 100% of college tuition, fees, books, and room and board, plus a $5,000 tool stipend. Students are paid a competitive hourly wage for their work hours and are guaranteed employment at a Landmark location after graduation. Visit landmark.careers to find out more about the John Deere Student Tech program and become part of the Landmark difference.
At TC Amish Home in Norfolk, we bring you the best in outdoor living.
And all in stock and custom ordered Amish-built, American-made Polylawn furniture is on sale.
Come see us at TC Amish Home to find the perfect lawn furniture for your home.
Quality, style, comfort. TC Amish Home, right next to Courtesy Ford and online at tcamishhome.com.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. You live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. The big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
Wrapping things up in time for our top plays on News Channel Nebraska as Pius gets the win over Norfolk. 3-1, and a big victory. They get their 9th win of this season. Our top play is brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank and Southeast Community College. Well, senior day for the Panthers. There's a look at the Norfolk squad before getting this matchup started. Lincoln Pius X Thunderbolts coming to town against Norfolk. As we get things going, the Panthers had some base runners early and a nice single from Hayden Kelly. It turned into an RBI, able to score Ethan Sinovec early in the top of the first inning. For the Panthers, though, unfortunately not able to tack on any more runs. And here's why. Unassisted double play. Look at this play by Kai Vanis. Makes the scoop, steps on second, and then throws over to first.
The defense today for Lincoln Pius was outstanding.
We keep on going. Norfolk puts one up here, left field, and a diving catch. An incredible play. Lucas Milnaric, who made multiple plays like that. Brendan Flood, frustrated at it, but have to tip your cap to a fellow number 15. Now this time, 1-0 lead for Norfolk still. That gets down for a base hit. Then here's where things go awry. Throw gets away, and it scores the runner. Lincoln Pius able to tack on the game, tie the game at 7 as Lucas Newton comes home.
And some errors today for the Norfolk Panthers cost them.
1-1 ball game, 2 runners on. Here's one that went to Dish. That throw over to first just gets past Flood and not able to make the throw as Yanez slides in for the game-leading score. Pius leads it 2-1 in the top of the third inning. Go to the bottom of the third inning now. 2-1 is the lead. Here's a deep shot by Alex Mekshantsev. Now gunning to the plate, Aiden Papstein. Looked like Papstein was going to be there, but Sam Kastmeyer, throw to Barnes. What a throw from right field to stun Papstein at the plate.
Kastmeyer with a rocket launcher to home plate. Barnes supplies the tag. A big out for Pius.
Top of the fourth inning now. Pius still trying to tack on some more runs, but Mekshantsev, who just had that triple, makes the catch, steps on 2 for the double play, and ends that inning. 2-1 lead for the Thunderbolts as we keep on going in this matchup. Norfolk still playing from behind, top of the fifth inning. Thunderbolts trying to get another one. This is a strike, but trying to go to third over the head of Magnuson, and Yanez scores his second run of the game on the throw by Kelly that gets away. Too strong of a throw.
You see where the errors allowed Lincoln Pius to score some runs.
Now this one, a sliding play by Vanis. He made some good plays today, and that one was maybe the best one we've seen today.
Yeah, that's a tough play. Kept the ball in front of him and delivered a great throw to first to get the runner.
Moving to the bottom of the seventh inning, looks like Norfolk might be able to tack on another runner here, but another diving catch. Lucas Molnaric, give him a gold glove, man. Yeah. Incredible play.
And Molnaric, that's just so ho-hum for him out there. He did that all afternoon.
And that will wrap it up. A great game from Caleb Ledgerwood through 6 2/3. Yanez finished that last out as Lincoln Pius X gets the 3-1 victory over Norfolk. And thank you so much for joining us today on News Channel Nebraska. For all of us here, Connor in the truck, Paul in our top cam, and our phenomenal cam ops. For Lou Siefker, my name is Kalen Devin. Have a great rest of your night on NCN.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.